Grandma DC here. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, I guess we have time for a hug now. I don't know why he had to do this when I started talking. It's like, what is wrong with you talking to yourself? Always time for a hug, guys. And I am taking my computer, no kisses please, I'll kiss you, to some man that Pam has recommended to see why we have this format issue. All of a sudden, I like my Star Wars 1970. This is the year I graduated high school. I found this shirt and I was like, anyway, yeah. But because I have such a problem with directions and always going the wrong way, which is my middle name, Mother's coming with me. So I'm giving her a couple of moments to put her pants on. I have finally recovered a little bit from camping. I tell you what, my hip, my back, I was like, even with the carnivore diet, I was still, of course it could have been the fact that I went off the bench backwards. Yeah, thank. And fell onto the ground. Used to be you hit the ground like that and you just stand right back up and go, ha-ha! You know, now I'm like, well, I'm gonna lay here a minute and see if I broke anything. And then you're sore for days. It's crazy, getting old. It's crazy. So this is what's going on. I don't know when I'm gonna get my computer back. He said he said he could get it to me before the weekend, and Pam said this guy's real fast. I said basically I think I'm just cluttered with a lot of video and it just needs to be empty, but why it's letting me edit a full video, total editing, cutting out all the blah, 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 and all the inappropriate remarks I tend to make sometimes when I ramble. And you know, getting it all put together in something that looks a little cohesive. A little. I said a little. I didn't say a lot. Okay. It's Grandma DC's insanity, not Grandma DC's sanity. You understand? You know, and then after it's all done and it plays, when I go to save it to YouTube, it says exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. This video doesn't exist, doesn't exist, doesn't exist. You know. Wrong format, wrong format. Then I can re-record it with the camera on the computer, one fell swoop, and it'll save it and upload it. Gremlins. This is my theory. Gremlins. But let's see if this guy's a wizard and can de-gremlin. Like that man at the Renaissance Fair. Wasn't that the coolest? The guy in the wizard outfit. I didn't get it filmed. What you saw was my granddaughter going, because what the man did was had her blow bubbles, and then he reached out and snatched one of the bubbles, and it looked just like he snatched one of those bubbles and it popped, but it was left with a hard shell. It was a clear marble. Somehow his hands were so fast. And he was telling her when I started filming that this was going to have her breath in it, and that, you know, that her day was going to be great. And I was like, oh, I want to marry you, Magic Man. You are amazing. Okay, guys, I got to go pick up Mother because I don't trust myself to be able to find this guy. He gave me great detailed instructions, but I'm still a little nervous from being lost with Google and absolutely knowing where I was going, being so positive, and then getting lost. Old age, insanity, I don't know which, but I am scared to try to find this place by myself. I just don't want to be out there driving in a town in circles, even though the town only has 5,000 people. Half of them I'm related to, probably. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Talk to y'all later. We'll see what happens in the next few days. Maybe I'll try to film a few snippets. And then when he gets the computer fixed, we'll see if it'll put them together and upload them again. And I gotta pick up my mail. You know, I forgot to do that since I got home. Alright, here's where the computer went. Steve has it. He was a nice guy. So Mom and I, what are we gonna do now? We're gonna go to Orscheln's and we're gonna get dog food, and then
want to eat the dog food?
Yeah. Then you wanna stop at Sonic and get a drink?
We could do that. That sounds like a
that
winner.
Sounds like a winner. It sure does. Mom's looking at my thing from the festival, and I said, oh, I missed that. Oh, I needed Mom with me to read the, I'm terrible with puzzles and schedules. And
you have to follow.
Well, I'm not good at following. Okay, or directions or anything. So, all right, here we go. Well, it is, I think, Friday, and I'm going to pick up the computer. The guy charged me a ton to just clean it up and remove some of the movies and things like that on it. Why is there this smudge in my corner here? I do not know. Is that any better? And so I'm going to go take care of business, pick up the computer, then I have to go to the Social Security office with Mother and try to straighten up something there. Oh, that's always so much fun. Yeah, you get in there and they never want to answer your questions and they don't know. Oh. So, yeah, we need Radar O'Reilly of Social Security. And VA would be nice too. Alright, guys. I've got to fight with my insurance like we all have to get them to pay anything. Even though I have TRICARE Prime, they screwed it all up. Well, here she is, all cleaned up, looks exactly the same. That's the thing about computers. They look the same when they're all cleaned up. He said I didn't have too much viruses, which is surprising. ABG must be working for me. And I'm going to be filming little snippets throughout the day. We'll load them in and see if it saves like it used to, or if this is a movie maker problem. I don't think it's the camera's problem. I think it might be movie, so which means, guess who's going to have to upgrade to a new movie maker? Oh, and learn everything all over again. This old dog's getting too old to learn new stuff, I swear. Hi guys. It was about 2 in the afternoon, so it's time to have some lunch. I know I have people say, what do you eat on the carnivore diet? Well, today it is rolled up flat iron steak that I slow cooked in the slow cooker overnight and put a little bit of sugar-free barbecue sauce on. And it doesn't need to go on a bun or anything else. I'm just gonna eat it. That turned out really good. You know, a problem I have right now, and you can't see down below, is I have helpers who want to eat with me. Yeah, the kindergartners. I won't know where the third one is. Usually all 3 of them trying to get in my mouth while I'm eating. Oh my. Well, if I'm going to vlog, I always have this helper wanting to help me eat. But, yeah, no. Yeah. Oh, aren't cats fun? This is the first time I've had cats in years. Aren't they just a joy? Yeah, and I gotta go wash my blanket because one of them peed on it. Love cats! Don't you just love cats? The only witch in the world that has a naked dog for a friend. I'm gonna put this up. I'll do this later in the room with a closed door. Man alive. And that's really tasty though. And the thing about the carnivore diet is, you know, you can just eat a few bites and you're just full. But I'm still not sharing, even if there's leftover. You are a pain in the rear. I'll be back. Well, good. That's enough of that until they figure out I don't have anything anymore. I'm probably going to continue being harassed for a little bit. Right, Bart? Ugh. So anyway, I was asked the other day, it was like, what do you eat on the carnivore diet? You know, just meat? And I was like, meat, eggs, cheese, animal products, yes. And you try to get creative. One of my favorites was dehydrating white chicken breast meat in the dehydrator raw. Slice it thin, dehydrate it. Simple, simple. Put it in your grinder, grind it up into a flour. Chicken meat flour. And then I took a pounded steak, which are pretty cheap. I think I got one at Save-A-Lot for $2. And dipped it in egg and cream and then dipped it in the chicken flour and fried it. Yeah, it was just like a chicken fried steak. Ah, literally, pun intended. And it was pretty darn good. So yeah, I'm just not... Oh, okay. There's always time for hugs. Alright, and the cats are going to play with the camera. So we're going to fall over. Alright, guys. I'm trying to vlog here. Help me out, please. Olive. Leave the camera alone. Cats. So, I was telling you all that you get a little creative on the carnivore diet. It has been 6 months. I did finally have a cheat day. Everybody said like a carb up day to take in some carbs. I may have mentioned it in one of my snippets. I've been doing snippets because that was what was not working with my movie maker and my computer. And I took my computer to some magic man who deleted everything off of it. He said I didn't have a virus. He said it was just crowded with a lot of stuff, and he hoped that fixed the problem. So do I. Because I went on YouTube and watched this little kid on how to do a free movie maker program, and he's like, the simplest one. And here it is. It was like something that started with an S. Can't remember what it was. And he did a whole master, tutorial on how to work this movie maker program, and he was just like my kids. Oh, all you do is you drag it over here, drop it, click it, put it up there, click it here. If you want to knock this, drag it here, drag it there, click it, make sure this is on so that it connects together. And I'm like, how are you cutting that? Where are the snippets going? Are they being saved? Why are there spaces in between? And what do you mean click together? Well, so much for that tutorial. Moving on. So if the only one I can work is Movie Maker, and they don't make that anymore, it's outdated. So, and it's not even updatable, I've been told. Oh, so here's hoping that since my computer is refurbished and all the junk is Olive? No. Here is the culprit. Yes, get your foot out of my coffee. That is so gross. She looked up at the camera and went, no. Can you see? Look at, it's like living with piranha. Yeah. They just circle around you and you never know when they're going to attack. So, someone is jealous of the kitties. I wonder who. Anyway, I decided I was going to cheat on the carnivore diet. And I thought, what do I want? And I wanted pizza. That seems to be, that and Chinese are my two fond remembrances from my sad American diet days, the SAD, right? So I talked with a friend of mine, and she was like, oh, they've got cauliflower crust pizzas now that are keto friendly. And I said, well, okay, it's been a long time since I had vegetables, and so I'll go look into it. I looked there, and the total carbs were like 38 per portion on this pizza. Wow, that's a lot of carb. So I looked at a super thin crust pepperoni pizza, just the regular super thin crust, and it was like 23. Well, no brainer, I don't like vegetables. So I went with the pepperoni cheese thin crust, and that's what I ate. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be the best thing since sliced bread, as they say. And it was good. It didn't give me that zing I had thought that it would. And that was a little shocking. I was really expecting, the mouthfeel, the palatability of it, that wheat, gluten-y, just wow. No. It was okay, but it really wasn't that thrilling. And I thought, my goodness, maybe the carnivore diet has just ruined me for, quote unquote, in America, good food, sugary good food. I don't know. This requires further investigation on my part. No. Not that much investigation. So, luckily I did not start craving, which had been a big worry of mine, although I did have a nightmare last night that I was trying to weigh on my scale. It would only weigh me in kilograms, and it was all over the place, and I shook it and couldn't get it to go back to pounds, and this is like a realistic nightmare just revisited in dream form. And I woke up like, oh, I probably gained 50 pounds, just this nightmare's fear of gaining it back. So I was watching another doctor on YouTube about it wasn't the carnivore diet, he's just talking about low carb. And he was like stuck and how to lose weight faster, and mostly it was just eat a lot of salad and nothing else, and with nothing on it, leafy greens, blah blah, exercise your butt off. And I was like, yeah, no. I'm going to eat a lot of poisonous leafy greens, and then I'm going to go running up and down my road like an idiot, making myself sore, my joints swell up, and you know. So yeah, I have to say, as far as weight loss goes, I was a little, you know, I've not been having any pain since I came home from camping, and all that walking up around the Ren Fair with my granddaughter, that was insane. And then getting up and off the ground and walking around the camp and doing all that stuff. I hurt for a couple of days when I came back, and I had only lost 1 pound. All that not eating, I hardly ate at all while I was there. I just wasn't hungry, and it was just difficult to get to food or anything so that I could eat. There was lots of like cookies and crackers and marshmallows and chocolate bars. I mean, yeah, I mean, there was lots of yummy, yummy, sugary, carbohydrate-y food, but there was not a whole lot that, you know. And so a lot of vegetarians. So there's a lot of veggies and things around. So, you know, I managed, and I wasn't hungry, and I was fine, and everyone understood I wasn't eating like they were. And even though they kept passing me the bottle of alcohol, I was like, yeah, no, can't do that either. Gastric bypass, sugar, 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 sugar. No, alcohol is nothing but sugar. So, they all got used to me being the old fuddy-duddy. That's me. Not the life of the party. Right yet. How you like my mug? Got that at the Ren Fair. Coffee in it with heavy whipping cream. Woo! Yes, Olive knows there's heavy cream in my coffee. That's why I'm holding it, because if I wasn't holding it, she'd be in it face first swimming. Anyway, yeah, I'm not saying the carnivore diet's easy, especially in situations that are social like that. And I promised everybody I would do this for a year. So I came home, only lost 1 pound, had a little bit of a carb up with some dry roasted peanuts and a thin crust pizza. That was Thursday. Today is Saturday, and should I weigh in tomorrow? Maybe. I'll see how I feel. And then we will start over. And another week of the carnivore diet, and just keeping it real. Just meat, cheese, eggs, heavy whipping cream, coffee, tea. Remember, I gave up soda? That still is difficult. I still, every time I go to the gas station, I'm like, Diet Pepsi. So, anyway guys, got the computer fixed. I'm going to take these snippets and see if they'll line up and if they'll save, and if those exclamation points come up and you live anywhere within the United States proper and you hear a sonic boom that sounds like an old woman screaming at the top of her lungs, it was me. Let's hope this works. That guy charged an arm and a leg too. Like, share, and subscribe to keep up with the insanity, guys. And if you want to keep my videos coming, you can donate on my homepage down in the right hand corner. Donate to my PayPal, because that's the way Grandma keeps going. Heavens knows YouTube doesn't pay a lot, and I don't want to get you all hung up with that Patreon, pain. I don't want to have to force you guys to, you know, donate every month or something. That's just consider it a tip. And here's a little snippet. Don't listen to me. Don't do as I do. And half the time, don't do as I say. Alright? I'm no expert. But I did completely wean off of my antidepressants, and it's been 8 weeks since I had any. I know when I finally told Mother that it had been 2 months since I'd had any, she said that's the reason I got lost, because my brain is all foggy and everything. And I said, yeah, no, I got lost because I'm an idiot. Let's face it. An ace is an ace and a spade is a spade. I cannot tell directions. So, I'm doing fine, guys. I had to wean off. I can't get to a doctor anymore. And they kicked us off of base, remember? Military cut out all the dependents. And then I get a thing saying I owe $3,000 in medical bills because they didn't pay when the cat tore my hand open, I had to go to the emergency room, and I'm like, why? Because the hospital put in that there was a third party and my insurance wants me to sue the cat. I had to call them up and tell them the cat didn't have insurance. Well, they billed it. That's the way the hospital billed it, is a third party hurt you. And I'm like, yeah, they also told the Benton County that I was a child and it was a rabid raccoon. Am I the idiot? It was probably going off my antidepressants that caused that, right? Let's see if I can put together a coherent video out of this. Pinter pain, what the hell is that?